So it's been about a month since I recorded an actual video. I've been busy with other music projects, kind of not had time to record and edit videos. So if you subscribe to the channel, then you would have seen I have actually been uploading videos, but it's been more my actual releases rather than tutorial videos like this. I actually had back-to-back releases. So 2 weeks ago, I released Stay Focused with a producer friend of mine I've known for like 10 years online. At this point of recording, it's been 2 weeks since it's been out. It's got 10,000 listens on Spotify, so that's massive to me. I'm really proud of how well it's done. Hoping to do some more work with Force of Habit in the future. And then last week, I had Better Late Than Never, which is actually a song that I created on these videos. So I can put a link in the description so you can see how I made that. Go check out both the songs. And if you've got, I think it's £1.50, go buy it on Beatport. If you like what I'm doing here, it supports me, and it's a bit of an ego boost. Anyway, going back to this project, I think it's been a month since I actually uploaded the last video. Since then, I've been kind of weighing up what I wanted to do with this project in terms of, do I want to keep it or not? Now I know from talking to some people in the comments, talking to some people on the Tech House Discord channel, people are interested in me actually finishing this. Say that they've watched a load of videos where people get to a certain point and then never actually finish a track. So I feel like I need to finish it just for those people. Personally, I like where it's gone, but it's kind of not my style. I'll consider something and figure it out at the end. What I'm going to do today is, as you can see, we've got like just over half of the track done. I'm going to try and do the rest of it today, I think. But I did actually work on this a little bit in the last month, just trying to make the track a little bit better. So I'll try and remember, it was about 2 weeks ago I did this, so I'll try and remember what it was I've actually changed and run through them. I think the start area was more or less the same. All I've done really is probably EQ'd some things. I'm starting to use the mid-side mode in EQ8. Basically what this is doing is it kind of splits the sound up, so you can EQ the mono frequencies down the center, and then you can EQ the stereo frequencies. Again, I'm not an expert in this. Someone in the Discord channel, Kaid, so shout out to him if I said your name right, helped me in one of my masters for another song, and he's taught me so much. I really recommend getting in that Discord, or just being in some sort of production Discord in general, because if you start sending your tracks to people, they'll hear things that you don't, and they'll be able to help you grow as an artist as well, both creatively and technically when it comes to mastering and mixing. I think I've worked on more of the effects just to help transitions. I've actually added a laser that gets frequency shifted. Just to add more to it, felt a bit boring without any sort of like pitched riser or effects, and I believe in the I Remember reference, that's what Chris Lake does as well. I've actually changed the melody. What I found, even though I liked it, I don't think it was in key, which was very weird. Like certain times I'd listen to it, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound right, but then when I'd listen back, it fitted in. But something stood out to me and I didn't like it, so I've gone back anyway and I've changed it, and this is how it sounds now. One other thing, I've actually brought in this vocal again. We added that in the first video and then muted it out, and now I've added it back in. It just works well because it's this call and response sort of thing, so we have the vocal hit first and then that lead comes in. Cool little effects. I know in the I Remember song we've got that weird screeching sound. Wow! I think he actually explains what he did to create that. It's basically a vocal and it's distorted to fuck. Now I think I did try doing that with another vocal. I believe it was this one. Yeah, but obviously I'm not getting the same effect. I think that effect is purely based on the original sample and then how it's been distorted. You're going to struggle to recreate that unless you've got the same sample. But it doesn't have to be exactly the same. Definitely shouldn't be exactly the same, because you want to be taking the elements that you like from a reference track and mixing it with your style. That's the problem with this song at the moment. I feel like it's too much like Chris Lake and not my own, so that's why I'm kind of in two minds of what I wanted to do with it. Just get it done and then we can decide what we do at the end. Some more build-up stuff with that vocal before. And then I think I just did a bit more of arranging. So it's still quite stripped back, but not stripped back as Chris Lake's version. A bit later on you get to the open hat coming back in. And then yeah, we've got the vocal breakdown, fake drop, outro, DJ outro that I'm going to work on now. I'm going to listen to the reference first, just to remind myself of what actually happens in that song. So all I'm doing at the moment is I've listened to the reference track and I'm just putting in something that's similar, just to kind of start it. I normally wouldn't copy something so much, but like I said, I don't feel like this track is mine anymore, so I'm just full on going, let's fucking make a Chris Lake song or something like it. So what happens in the actual reference here is full drop that's 16 bars, then you have an outro that's 8 bars, then you have a DJ outro that is 16 bars. I think, me personally, I quite like my DJ mixes to tend to be 16 bars. I just find it's easy for me to mix because there's more songs out there that kind of do that pattern rather than 16 then 8. It's usually 16, then another 16, and then another 16. And there we have it. We have an arranged track. I can start listening all the way through and being like, what isn't sitting with me? What needs refinement? What needs something different? So basically this is exactly the same as the first drop. Maybe we need to add some variation in there. We could add some more high end to the drums to give more energy. We can add another synth. Basically, this is just where now I don't have to worry about arranging anymore. I can start thinking of creative things. So the first thing I thought of before was with this fake drop. I think that could benefit off some sort of drum fill. I think the whole track could benefit off some drum fills, to be honest. I actually went through my samples yesterday, just kind of cleared stuff out that I weren't feeling anymore. I think that's definitely what you should do. You should spend some time curating your sample packs, especially if you're a newbie. You tend to just download everything just because you might necessarily think it'll make you better if you've got certain samples. But I went through last night and there was so many packs that I had that just the vibe of them were crap or the quality of them were terrible, or I just never would use them. So I use Dropbox, so it's dead easy. I've not deleted them, I've just kind of took them off my machine so there's even more space for other things. And also, what's a really cool feature is this collections area in Ableton. I'm probably teaching some of you to suck eggs here, but I'm still new to Ableton. I've only been using it for 2, maybe 3 months. I think it happened just before lockdown started. Yeah, so I just went through and arranged some of my favourite samples, like drum shots. These are more like stabby stuff, new ideas. So this was just kind of going through, and when I found these synth loops, I liked something about them and I thought, I can do something with that in the future. One thing I haven't done though, I haven't actually gone through and found a load of drum fills, so I might create another one because I've got purple and grey left. My tip basically, go through your sample packs, find the ones that you use all the time and save those ones. If there's ones there that aren't really giving you any value, then hide them. I think sometimes you have too much. You can just stick to the same packs or same similar sounds. You're gonna build on your own style. That's something I'm still struggling with at the moment. I'm finding that a lot of my projects are very, very different from the next. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of sound I really want to move forward with. That's just me personally. Anyway, I'm chatting shit. Might be a bit weak, might need some distortion on it, saturation. So it sounds like a... See, I didn't even notice that I muted the bass, but I quite like it there. Adds more variation to it, so... It's a bit too abrupt, but I'm thinking we could potentially filter it in, because we do that at the start, so it kind of like following the theme and coming round full circles. This drum fill is going to fit in. Maybe. Let's keep it there. Obviously I don't want to use the same one too many times because it'll sound weird. Ooh, that is nice. That in itself could be a good little idea. See, I'm thinking about other tracks already. This is how little I care for this song at this point. Nah, I'm only joking. It's good. I think it's good to think like that. So, you know, if you're looking through samples and then you hear something that not necessarily going to fit with this one, but you're like, oh, I like that. Let's save it and come back to it at a later date. Like I can hear already what I want to do with that. Let's keep going. Doesn't need one there because we've technically got that as a fill. Probably the first drop is when we might need some of them. Nope, don't feel that one. I don't think it fits either, so let's get rid of it. The end could work. Yeah, it kind of fits in with the percussion a bit. That first note I don't like. Yeah, let's keep that one. Probably a bit too mental, this one. Yeah, there's too much energy here that then just cuts off here, so it doesn't kind of blend. You know, it's not that bad. It could work with somewhere else in the track. Yeah, the end of things help.
This is love, babe. This is love. This is love, babe. This. I love the way you get late night up in my bed. I love the way you get. I love your loving. This is love, 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 love.
it would sound like if we just didn't have drums altogether. Loses impact. I'm gonna listen from the vocal break and just listen to where we're currently at. Tell you what, I'm gonna filter that because we've basically got it repeating here. This area needs a lot of work. It's very lackluster. I think the reason Chris Lake gets away with it is because the groove of the bass line is very energetic. Mine's a bit slower. It feels emptier during these sections. When I'm listening to it, I can hear like some sort of pad playing, just to add some more tension. We've added the string, and then I'm thinking if there's some pad melody that's kind of playing as well, just to add even more tension. I'm hearing it being quite like a dark, sinister kind of vibe.
20 minutes later.
So I'm gonna consider putting a pad there or something. I can't think of what I need to put in. I know I can hear in the reference that there's some sort of reverb being applied to like the drums. So I'm gonna use Endless Smile. I don't know if he does it on the master or just the drums, but we'll listen anyway.
I love the way you get late night up in my bed. I love the way you get.
Tell you what, Endless Smile's not going to be the right one here because it just goes insane very quickly. So I'll just use the standard reverb and then I can modify it as it grows.
This is love, babe. This is love. 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 This is love.
Vocals could benefit off that as well.
This is love, babe. This is love. 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 This is love.
mentioned earlier about like how I don't like this kind of arrangement, but I didn't even change it then. Silly boy. A lot of the time I tend to mix in headphones, just because a lot of the time I can't use these monitors. My girlfriend doesn't like the music, so I try not to irritate her with it. I know you shouldn't do this, you should always rely on your ears, but I also do like to look at the way like things are shaped, so like in terms of the waveform. So if we look at the kick and the bass, you get a good representation there of the shape of the kick, how loud it is, and it's also beneficial for when you're gelling sounds together. So like when you are working with a kick and a bass, you obviously want to sidechain the bass to the kick, and you need to know how long that kick is so you can get the sidechain right on the bass. So using stuff like I'm using Ozone as a mastering tool anyway, although all it's got on there at the moment is just a maximizer. There's no EQ or anything yet, I'll do that later. But I do also like to use Span, but this is more for the actual frequencies rather than the shape of stuff. You could have the best speakers in the world as well, but if your room's not acoustically treated, and I've literally here, the left of me, there's a wall, so the speaker's in the corner, surrounded by two walls. You're supposed to kind of have them a bit away from everything. So I know that my room's not going to be treated well. I'm in a living room, so I can only do so much with what I've got. So using stuff like analyzers to like visually see sounds and the frequencies is beneficial for me in this situation. But you still also have to train your ears and rely on your ears as well. I don't know why I even started talking about that. It's a weird episode, this one. I'm just rambling. I think he's trying to get back into the groove of them. Like, I've had a month off really doing these sort of videos. I'm gonna end this soon. I think I know what I want to do with this now in terms of releasing it and whatnot. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna still work on it, hopefully get it done, and then I'm just gonna give it out as a free download. I think there's no point keeping it to myself, but I also don't want to fully release it. And yeah, I might give away the project file too, just to see what you guys can come up with. Think about that a little bit more, and then let you guys know in the next video. But for now, I'm just going to play it all the way through and just see where it's up to.
This is love, babe. This is love. This is love, babe. This is love. This is love, babe. This is love. This is love, babe. This is love, babe. is love, babe. This is love. This 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 This is love.
Cool, so the track's arranged, still needs work like I said earlier, but it's not that bad. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to give it out as a free download, so if you like it, you can get your hands on it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be a bit more consistent with videos again. I think I needed this just to kind of ease myself back into making videos, because sometimes when I stop doing something, it takes me a little bit to find a way to get back into it, and then once I've done it, I'm like, I enjoyed that, let's make some more shit. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.